then let your department figure out, how to best allocate it. That's really from a policy perspective, really where I'm coming from.
Yeah, and we would agree from that standpoint. I mean, I hear people call my office and say that this road is in horrible condition. And I'm like, what road are you driving on? Long Lake. Well, that's a county. I don't care if it's a county road. And that's true. And if you drive through another community that you're not familiar with, you don't know whose jurisdiction that road is.
Right.
If you go on to the city's website, go on to DPW and look, they have the jurisdiction map there, and they have phone numbers that are match the colors. So if you're on Wallace Road, you call the city number. If you're on Long Lake Road, you call the county number. But how many people are actually doing it? Most people they go through Long Lake at corporate, they call the city. How can you go fix that road?
No, we're not going to be fixing Long Lake or Big Beaver or John R. anytime soon. We need 3 signs, and they should say, if you don't like the condition of this road, call this phone number. Because those roads are, anecdotally and also by your maps, those roads are going to be really bad. That's right out in front of Somerset North, and Long Lake's a pretty major road, too.
Yeah, so and that was done by, I think, West Bloomfield, West Bloomfield, out on Orchard Lake.
Yeah.
They actually, on their website, they have it. They said,
Well, we
have
really
concerns,
that.
call here.
Yeah.
So, and
I
Long Lake
agree
is,
with putting it on the website and putting the signs up. I really do.
I do too. I think that people, because you made the point that the county commissioners changed their mind and found the money somewhere. Could have been in the $46 million that's been sitting in their little account. But truly, we need to be more effective in our advocacy.
There's not going to be a Long Lake Road in 2016 unless somebody does something to it. At least on westbound Long Lake.
Or John R.
Yeah, or John R.
That's true.
And Big Beaver's made really bad after this winter.
Councilman Slater?
Yeah, you consider John R. Road to be a fair road, right? On the map?
no. That's based on, the Pacer ratings are, it's a windshield survey. It's done.
I mean, I hate to see a 4 road if that.
We had this discussion whether to use that map or not.
That jumps out at you.
That was one winter ago, too.
That's 2010.
Councilman Beltrame?
Well, the other thing is, I know that people expect us to keep up our roads, but the county roads, if we cover for the county, and quite honestly, that's what we're doing.
So we're doing for snow.
Well, we're doing it for snow already,
We're doing it
but
for
we can afford a few $100,000, but you're talking
Millions.
millions, if not tens of millions here. And more importantly, you're rewarding them, we would be, for their bad acts once again, and our resources are limited. So when we are talking to the businessman at the corner of Waddles and Rochester, or we're looking at the roads out in front of our own homes, they are going to begin to suffer at that rate if we put millions to cover for the county.
Right.
So
To the local.
there is something else that has to be done here. I mean, and it is problematic that we drive the most efficient cars in the nation because that's what we do here, so the gas tax doesn't go up.
I would soften the bad acts by the county statement. I mean, really, they are caught.
They are.
They are caught. They don't have the revenue to do what they want to do. That's the biggest issue right now.
But they have ways that they could raise funds if they would do it.
The other piece of
They don't do it because they want us to do it.
The other piece of that is, though, we are the biggest donor city in the biggest donor county. And we are the economic engine of Oakland County. And without good roads in Troy, the county suffers. So I have to say, we need a little recognition on that to get our roads fixed.
Well, let's push to put up the signs and put it on the website. I think education's a great thing. I think most people just don't know, frankly. And some of them don't care, even if they do know. They just want someone else to take care of it. And I think that's part of it, because as Mary said, lo and behold,
Yeah.
They did something about the
Yes,
tri-party
they did.
program because they heard enough, so I think maybe they ought
We
to
need
hear enough.
advocacy. We need our
Yeah.
communications people,
Right,
John,
yeah.
Right.
getting that
That's
out.
right.
Yeah.
We need it in every document that we have, we need it on the website.
Good idea.
Yeah. I've said it before, but I'll say it again.
We'll do it.
That'll be my new job, putting up signs. I'll get a part-time job at DPW when I'm no longer mayor. Okay. Councilman Slater?
I saw it on the slide, I was thinking about this before I saw your slide about past efforts to take over. Does that mean we've tried to have them vacate the road? And,
Vacate, but turn it over.
I mean, it becomes a city road, and then we could look for funding.
Yeah,
for
like
that.
at Stevenson Highway at one time. was
Right.
That's correct.
And
Yeah.
so,
The state.
you've tried that for a number of years.
It was done at least when, far back as when Frank Gerson.
I mean, have we looked at that again?
Yes,
Is it-
yeah, John's,
John?
I looked at it.
Okay.
John has been involved in those discussions.
And they don't want, they will not do that.
Right.
And at this point, realistically, it's not a good idea to do it, Mr. Darling pointed out. Because you're assuming their liability.
Sure.
Right.
Right.
Pontiac asked
Let's
Oakland
be honest
County to
now.
take them over,
Lousy
and
roads.
the county said no because
Yeah.
they've got a $1 million debt.
Right.
Right. Okay, anything else? Yes,
Yes,
Councilman.
sir. I agree with everything said, an excellent job, Bill, thank you for doing that. But in addition, I think to putting up signs and so forth, we need to be building a relationship with the county, we need to be lobbying the county, and saying exactly what Councilman Belcher said. We're the economic engine, and I think they're business people, they'll understand that. I think we probably are doing it, maybe we can do a little bit more lobbying to the county. I don't know how we can do that, but that's something we should focus on. I'm sure Mr. Zerlag is on top of that.
Well, we have our state rep and our state senator. We've known that for a long time. In fact, Marty ran specifically
Right.
on that. We have Bob Goslin. We have, you know,
We could afford them.
They're
so
supposed
I
to be
think it has to be
advocating for us.
grassroots efforts, and I think we'll have to start one at a time. So you certainly have some
Good.
ears there, Wade.
Madam Mayor,
Yes,
before we break it, thank you, Bill. This is on something different. The projections that we were given from other communities.
right.
Mr. Zerlich, do you know if the Southfield projection includes the millage that they passed?
I don't,
In
I
May?
I can find out, I don't know the answer to
I
that.
would love to have that piece of information, please. Yeah. I mean, because it gave a huge boost to their budget.
Absolutely
And if
did.
they're still that far in the hole,
Wow.
It's just 2.1.
I'm glad I
Right.
did. So,
I
yeah.
know. We're
2.1.
in
It's
good
not as bad as
shape.
it was going to be, I think.
Right.
Well, that's not what.
I know that Southfield, I think about 6-7 months ago, tried to get a bond issue of over $30 million to essentially take care of a deficit in general operating costs.
I'd like that
I
information.
don't think they got it.
So they passed everything else.
Yeah.
They passed 3 different ones.
After they spend all
Okay.
their-
Okay, we're in adjournment.
Thank you, Madam.